This here card can stall for so many turns.
Greetings, duelists! Chaotic Sorceress ZTC here, and welcome right on back to yet another Raw Stun Mode deck. I guess it's a bit more of a stall mode, now that I think about it, but that's besides the point. We're making the opponent sit there for 88 turns. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Anyway, this deck has a 25% chance success rate, I believe, of going full combo, but don't worry about that. What you really want to do is sit and watch your opponent scramble for enough turns to, like, make yourself a pizza in the meantime. Alright, let's get into this. First up, Hardened Armed Dragon at 3. This is your main combo piece, or at least one of the 3 combo pieces. Yes, this is a 3-card combo. Don't worry about it. 25% chance of comboing. It is not treated as an armed dragon monster. You can special summon this card from your hand by sending 1 level 8 or higher monster from your hand to the graveyard. If you tribute this card for the tribute summon of a level 7 or higher monster, that monster cannot be destroyed by card effects. We're using this to summon the Winged Dragon Varroa to make the Winged Dragon Varroa unable to be destroyed by card effects. Next up, we've got Dinotherium at 1. This is just you can special summon this card from your hand once per turn. Blah blah blah, allows your opponent to special a level 4 from either player's graveyard, blah blah blah, doesn't matter. Next up, Starliege Saferet, which is a level 4 dragon monster. You can send any number of dragon monsters from your hand, land, or face-up field to the graveyard. Add 1 dragon monster from your deck to your hand whose level equals the total original levels of those monsters sent to the graveyard. Since we've got like a... yeah. Like, what? I believe... right, this is 8 stars, this is 3 stars, right? Yeah. Since we've got a pendulum monster, 2 pendulum monsters to possibly scale with, that means you might be able to pendulum summon Starliege, tribute itself to grab Hardened Armed Dragon, but that case scenario won't usually happen. Anyways, next up we have Tachyon Cloud Dragon, level 4 dragon monster. If this card is added to your hand, except by drawing it, you can special summon this card. Which is basically, the basic reason is just, you can special summon it if you add it to your hand. Yeah, not too big. And we have that too. Exodius the Ultimate Forbidden Lord at 2. Basically, you can special summon this card by shuffling all monsters in your graveyard into the deck/extra deck. We have that at 2. The Winged Dragon Varroa is at 3. You must tribute it with 3 tributes from either side of the field to normal summon. It cannot attack. Your opponent cannot target this card for attack or by card effects. So, it cannot be targeted for attack or card effects, and if you use Hardened Armed Dragon to summon it, it cannot be destroyed by card effects. So that's pretty sweet. Next up we have Guardian Slime. If you take battle or effect damage, you can special summon this card from your hand. Doesn't really matter. During the damage calculation, if this card battles an opponent's monster, back to blah blah blah, doesn't matter. If this card is sent from the hand or field to the graveyard, you can add 1 spell trap from your deck to your hand that specifically lists the card, the Winged Dragon Varroa, in its text. Alright, now we've figured out why we're using 2 of these. It's because Hardened Armed Dragon allows us to special summon itself by sending 1 level 8 or higher monster from hand to grave. If we send Guardian Slime, it allows us to draw into the True Sun God, which is a card that allows us to get into the Winged Dragon of Ra Sphere Mode, specifically. Alright. We'll explain what the True Sun God card does when we get there. Anyways, Nymelia Dream Defender at 1, Oreliar. Doesn't matter. Only thing that matters for us is if you have a face-up Pendulum monster in your extra deck, you can special summon this card from your hand. Pretty sweet. Then we've got Nymelia Dream Defender Coete, which is basically the same thing. Then we have Dream Devourer, which allows you to summon it from hand or grave by banishing 3 cards from your extra deck, face down. This is also one of the things you can send for Hardened Armed Dragon in order to send this monster to graveyard and then summon it back to have 3 materials when you have one of our later specified spell cards. Next up, Dreaming Nymelia at 3. If this card is basically once per turn during your main phase, as its pendulum effect, you can place 1 Nymelia continuous spell from your deck or grave face up on your field, and if you do, add this card to the extra deck face up. Yada yada yada. Yes, basically, Dream Tower of Princess Nymelia is what we're going for. Angelo Valmonica is just here to be a level 4 dark monster that is a fairy. It's basically a really good small world target that allows us to go into many of the other cards. Next up we have Shadow's Light. Target 1 dark monster you control. Special summon 1 light monster from your deck or extra deck with the same original type and level. You can banish this card from your graveyard during your main phase this turn. You can normal summon 1 light or dark monster in addition to your normal summon / set. What this is good for is if you have a Nymelia card on field, specifically Dream Devourer, you can target it and then bring out one of the defenders, and then if you are capable, you can normal summon Starliege Seifert in order to grab Hardened Armed Dragon, which is pretty sick because usually that means that this, due to bringing out a second one of the Nymelia monsters, means you will most likely have one in hand from Tower. As I stated, we'll get back to that. And yes, Shadow's Light is at 3. So, yeah. Draken action. Reveal 1 Dragon-type monster. Yeah, this is at 3 as well. Reveal 1 Dragon-type monster in your hand. Add 1 Dragon-type monster with the same level from your deck to your hand. Then shuffle the revealed monster into your deck. This is another reason we have Hardened Armed Dragon, specifically with Starliege, Seifert, and Tachyon Cloud Dragon. These are level 4 dragons, which can go into Hardened Armed Dragon if you have Draken action in hand. Next we have Small World. Reveal 1 monster in your hand. Choose 1 monster from your deck that has exactly one of the same type, attribute, level, attack, or defense. And banish the revealed monster from your hand face down. Then add from the deck to your hand 1 monster that has exactly one of the same type, attribute, level, attack, or defense as the monster chosen from your deck. And banish the card from the deck face down. Yeah, this is like very complicated card. We have it 3. Allows us to bounce through other cards into other places. Anyways, Sweet Dreams Nymelia. Add 1 Nymelia monster from your deck to your hand. This is at 3. Then, if you have Dreaming Nymelia face up in your extra deck, your opponent cannot activate cards or effects. This turn, when a Nymelia monster is normal or special summoned, you can play this card from the graveyard on the bottom of your deck. Then target 1 Dreaming Nymelia you control, add it to the extra deck face up. Usually we're going to be grabbing Dreaming Nymelia specifically with this. Next up we have the True Sun God at 3, When this card is activated, add one the Winged Dragon of Ra, or one card that mentions it from your deck to your hand, except the True Sun God. Yes, this is at 3. Monsters except the Winged Dragon of Ra cannot attack the turn they are special summoned. So yeah, this is the card we're grabbing off of Guardian Slime when it's sent by Hardened Armed Dragon, and this is how we're getting the Winged Dragon of Ra Sphere Mode if we don't have it in hand, because it mentions the Winged Dragon of Ra in its, you contribute this card, special summon one Winged Dragon of Ra card text. Next up, we have Dream Tower of Princess Nemleria. You can banish 2 face-down cards from your extra deck. Face down, add 2 level 10 beast monsters with different names from your deck to your hand. You cannot special summon monsters from the extra deck the turn you activate this effect, except pendulum monsters, blah blah blah. If an Nemleria card you control will be destroyed by battle or an opponent's card effect, while you have Nemleria face up in your extra deck, you can banish 1 face-down card from your extra deck face down instead. Yeah, basically, this allows us to grab Nemleria Dream Defenders 1 and 2, as well as Dream Devourer. Usually you're going to grab Dream Devourer and one of the Dream Defenders. Then you can, if you have Hardened Armed in hand, send Dream Devourer, summon one of the Dream Defenders, summon back Dream Devourer from grave, and then go into Winged Dragon of Ra. Or you can Dream Tower of Princess Nemleria, summon Nemleria Dream Devourer, Shadow's Light to summon one of the other Dream Defenders, summon Starliege Sephiroth, tribute itself to grab Hardened Armed Dragon, and then use the other Dream Defender as cost for Hardened Armed, and then summon Winged Dragon of Ra, blah blah blah. And yeah, Dream Tower at 2. Extra deck, none of this matters. Just fill it to full. That's all that matters. Just fill it to full. Anyways, on to the in practice now. Alright, first up in our in practice duels, we are going second, and we have drawn the Winged Dragon of Ra, Nemleria, Sweet Dreams Nemleria, the True Sun God, and Dream Tower of Princess Nemleria. Whatever. Our opponent sets 2, summons a Gladiator Beast, and passes. Draw for turn, we draw Exodius. We have full combo. Activate Sweet Dreams Nemleria, grabbing Dream Devourer. Activate Nemleria, Nemleria effect. Setting a Dream Tower, Tower effect. Banish 2 to add both of the specials. For when you have Nemleria, they're going to Solemn Us. But that doesn't matter, we're going to Exodius. Then we're going to Nemleria. And then we're going to Dream Devourer to summon the Winged Dragon of Ra. I guess it wasn't full combo this time, because we didn't have Hardened Armed. But that doesn't matter. They're going to pop our Tower of Nemleria, special summon our Dream Devourer, but they don't have their battle phase. They're going to Gladiator Beast, whatever. Doesn't really matter what they're doing. We just end phase. It's a good thing they don't have any destruction cards, because we don't have Hardened Armed Dragon up and ready in this, one of the, alterations of it. Would be good if we did have it. That's a Draken action. If we get one dragon in our hand, we can go into full combo to set up, but it doesn't look like we're getting that anytime soon. A lot of these times when we're going up against an opponent like this, it's usually just waiting. Up, there's our unarmed dragon. Waiting it out. Hoping to get that second Exodius up before we do anything. Because our deck is looking kinda small in comparison to our opponent, who has 36, while we have 24. They're going to activate a Time-Tearing Morganite, which isn't too good for them. When I'm stalling, waiting for them to run out of cards, that's usually not a good idea for them to use Time-Tearing Morganite. Because, basically, that just makes it so my game plan goes about faster. Yeah, this isn't going very fast. This is very slow. Yep. You can see that it's quite annoying for the opponent, because I just sit here. Also, I believe if I remember correctly, I got rid of this one after a while. But that doesn't matter. You can see they're kind of acting like a bot, honestly. They are shuffling back monsters into their deck a bit, but that's not going to help them too much. Since it's basically already over. Bunch of negate and destroys. So I guess we aren't getting hardened armed out. But that doesn't matter because we're already at more cards in hand, or more cards in deck than they have cards in deck. And because of Time-Tearing Morganite, they've basically made their own grave. And quite soon, they will realize this. Yeah. We're at 23, they're at 21, now they're at 19, and next we'll be at 22. Yeah. They made a very fatal error. And then they will surrender, as you can see. And that is a win for us. On to the next one. Alright, the next two of these will be both 88 turn ones. These are of the far more, ironed out version of the deck. So, pretty well. We draw Hardened Armed Dragon, Exodius, Guardian Slime, Dreaming Nimlaria, and Sweet Dreams Nimlaria. Due to Guardian Slime and Nimlaria, as well as Hardened Armed Dragon, this is full combo. We're going to go Nimlaria effect, get into Dream Tower effect to grab one of the Nimlaria Dream Defenders and the Dream Devourer. Hardened Armed effect to send Guardian Slime in order to True Sun God. True Sun God into Ra. Summoning the Nimlaria. Summoning the Nimlaria Devourer. And then normaling them off into the Winged Dragon of Ra Sphere mode, who can no longer be destroyed by card effects due to Hardened Armed Dragon. We're going to do this at 2 times speed or whatever, the fast speed, because it'll take a while. We're going up against Blue Eyes. You can special summon this card, blah blah blah, it doesn't really matter. Odd Eyes, Blue Eyes. They don't have an attack, as always. Yeah. Switching it to defense, just because it's a smarter idea. In case they do get a monster that's unaffected and attack into it, then if it doesn't do piercing, we'll survive, at least for a little bit. Hopefully. Plus Guardian Slime is also a possibility, I guess. Our opponent slowly will come to the realization that they've basically already lost, but it's going to be 88 turns of this. So, great time, huh? Good day. Pretty good night. It's like nighttime right now. It's, I don't know, fall break. So, I don't know. Leave a comment about your favorite fall thing to do during, like, the fall. Whether it's Halloween, cronkling in the leaves, I don't know. Favorite fall activities, I guess. Sniffing candles. Playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Combos while sitting at your desk. I don't know. A lot of fun things you can do. Buy absurd amount of plushies. What else are fall activities? I wouldn't know. I'm not very fall-y. I'm more of a winter person myself. There's the new what's it called? The new Rescue Rabbit mate that's come out recently. Like e-soccer, whatever, e-football. Yeah, black hole will not, dark hole, whatever, not gonna work. Dark hole does not work on the indestructible Ra. Yeah. No matter how hard they try. The reason I'm keeping the Raws in my hand is so they can't, like, called by them. You can called by Hardened Armed Dragon all you want, it's not going to work, but called by Ra, that could work. I'm kind of sadistic. Sort of. That's the reason I like playing these cards. Because, like, I get to sit and watch my opponent agonize over and over again. And I sit there and I laugh my rear end off. Because it's absolutely bloody hilarious. And I get to watch them struggle. I like watching them struggle. It brings a demented smile to my face. Now send it to the graveyard, eh? Deny me the ability, huh? Denying me the ability to actually resummon it, just because you don't want it. They could have not destroyed that, and it would have been a far better decision. Gonna be honest, but seems not a lot of people are that smart when they see an indestructible ball on a field, and they're like, oh, what am I supposed to do about this? How am I ever going to destroy it? It's impossible. Oh, they summoned another monster? Oh, I got a great idea. I'll get rid of that, so they can't use it for whatever. Not like I actually have Exodia in my deck. I can't physically fit Exodia in this deck, no matter how hard I try. It's hilarious. Hilarious how they look at Exodius and don't immediately see, ooh, a 0/0 monster that can be attacked. I'll change it to attack position so that I can attack my opponent's monster. Oh. Destroy all cards on the field. Wow. It's a shame that it cannot be destroyed. They're so stupid. So foolish. Struggling so hard, but it won't save them. And they won't find a battle phase, no matter how much they think they have one. What is this card, by the way? Keeper of the Shrine. This card can be treated as 2 tributes for the tribute summon of a dragon monster. I see. They're useless. You can probably see here that I'm trying to make my deck bigger than theirs. I believe I did that earlier, yeah. I did do it once, but they don't realize I have a second one. Not yet. Plus, I haven't run into the second Exodia. Alright. Yeah, this takes quite a while. We're at turn 49 of 88. Turn 50 of 88. Yeah. Takes a very, very, very long time. Find out of things to think about. And I'm going to have to do this a second time. So, yeah. I think last time I recorded this in an attempt to just, like, have it on me, show it to a couple people. I think it was, like, 12 minutes long. We're at, like, 9 minutes through of this. So, like, 3 more minutes of sitting here, waiting for them to finally give up and surrender. You may be like, why do you put up the time to do this? But then you have to think about it. The opponent also wasted like half an hour of their time, IRL time, dealing with this because they thought they could win. They thought they could beat me specifically, when I had them in the palm of my bloody hand. You see, we were both sitting here the entire time, waiting for something to happen. Waiting for one of us to lose. They put 2 of their monsters to defense. Little do they know. All face-up monsters your opponent currently controls are... I think that negated them for a second, but they didn't realize it. Yeah, negate the effects of all face-up monsters your opponent currently controls until the end of this turn. If you control Blue Eyes, White Dragon, or Dark Magician. Yeah, they negated it. They could have destroyed it, I'm pretty sure. Unless something stupid happened earlier. Yeah, they could have done this during, like... At any point, they could have done that. And that would have gotten rid of my monster. But no, they're stupid. They made a fatal mistake. And that mistake shall be their undoing. Just because they used Destined Rivals in end phase. And didn't do it at any other time. Literally could have done it at any other time. I think now they're just shuffling monsters back into the deck. But, they're about to learn that will not save them. You see, I'm about to go into the, I'm about to run into the, I believe, the second Exodius is what I'm about to run into. And they're about to realize that their shuffling monsters will only last as long as they have monsters on the field. And, they don't have too many monsters on the field. So, yeah, they're about to lose. Because, yep, I have Exodius in hand. And I'm going to send this Nemleria to grave to add more cards to shuffle back into my deck. You see, they think they've won, but, the 4 cards left in their deck say otherwise. After all, you see, I shuffle back in, how many? 18 cards? There's no way with the 4 cards left in their deck, 3 cards left in their deck, that they managed to shuffle it back into deck. Enough times. See, send it to grave, blah blah blah, shuffle it back into deck or whatever. Yeah, that's not going to work that well. They don't have enough monsters to fix that. And they're still going to attack that. Like, I think they had a freaking... Yeah, they had the Blue Eyes Chaos Dragons. Which would have been a good decision, but no. And yeah, 14 minutes. 14 minutes of this. And then we're going to go into another one right after this. I'll see you there. Also, yeah, they surrendered. Obviously. Alright. This one, I'm just going to start off with saying, is a loss. This is a loss game of 88 turns. But you're going to love how much of a loss this is. Alright, we've got Hardened Armed Dragon, Dreaming Nemleria, Angelo Valmonica, Dre Connection, and the True Sun God. Due to Hardened Armed Dragon, Dreaming Nemleria, and Sun God being in hand, this is full combo. Go into True Sun God, grabbing Dragon of Ra, Sphere Mode, Nemleria, set the tower. Tower banish for Devourer and Dream Defender. Hardened send Devourer. Bring out Dream Defender. Devourer from grave, bring itself back. Tribute all for Ra. Ra is indestructible by card effect. They're going to Kashtira. Oh, go ahead, Kashtira me. See what happens. Yeah, have you heard of Dreaming Nemlyria? Have you heard of Dreaming Nemlyria? So yeah. Surprisingly, we're playing something against somewhat of a mirror match, but not entirely. We're playing against a god deck, while being a stun version or stall version of a god deck. They tried to Raigeki us right there, if you didn't see. They're going to bring out their other Egyptian god slime. So they got like 3 of these, I wonder? I can't recall. Alright, we're on turn 9. Turn 10. Destroy all spells and traps your opponent controls. Sure, go ahead. Now, I'm gonna keep you wondering how I lose this. Because they're playing a really interesting deck. Here we have Future Fusion. They're going to activate this because I can't stop them. And they're going to summon it whenever they're able to. But yeah, keep in the back of your mind, they're going to win this. And you're not going to see it coming. Like, they're obviously some sort of deck meant to beat down because they've got like Ra, Blue Eyes, they've got Egyptian God Slime. They're definitely a god deck of some sort. They've got like Kashtira in here. They've got, yeah, Kashtira, Blue Eyes, God cards, Future Fusion. I shifted into defense just in case. Send one monster from deck to grave. They send Slifer. They have the Obelisk here. Stray Connection, the second or third one, whatever. Yeah. I send Ra. Doesn't really matter because they have Ra Fear Mode in grave as well. So yeah. Now I've technically got set up for a second one if I need to reset up my Ra for whatever reason. Draw that Exodius. We're at 14, they're at 33. Cards in deck. We're now at turn 37 of 88. We're going to send our Exodius to grave, since that is not our only Exodius. Every now and again, I decided to change up what cards I was banishing in my extra deck, because extra deck doesn't really matter for this. Yeah. Oh, that's a new card. Oh, yeah, we got a couple new cards. Reactor Slime, Gadget Trio. That's some Shining Sarcophagus stuff. What do you think they're playing? Kunai with Jane. Oh, interesting. What could they be playing? Change of Heart? Oh ho ho. Oh, Revivals of the Sky God. Have one Monster Reborn. They bring back Obelisk. Tribute Obelisk. Destroy all your opponent's cards, I think that was. Destroy all monsters your opponent controls. Did not work. Oh, here we go. Breaking Ruin God. Special summon one Obelisk Tormentor from your hand or graveyard, and if you do, it's unaffected by your opponent's card effects this turn. That's how the out are. That's how the out are Winged Dragon of Ra, but they weren't able to destroy us because it was in defense mode. And we're left on 600 life points. And they have to send that obelisk back to the graveyard. What do? That's right. We bring it right back. 21 against their 23. Another Egyptian God Slime. They have no way of stopping us now. Presumably. They've been playing their God deck this entire time. If they had like another of that obelisk card. Yeah, if they had another of this, it would be game over for me. But you'll have to figure that out later. They're gonna put Monster Reborn back on their deck and draw it. Monster Reborn Obelisk. It does not do anything. Yada yada. We're gonna continue sending monsters to the grave. Alright. Turn 64. Marsh Milan. Shining Sarcophagus. Lackluster Soldier. Lots of damage on their side. Don't really remember where all that's from, but who cares? Drawing the raw sphere mode. Their entire monster set looks quite terrifying. Alright, sending Nymeria. We're at turn 72. That means only 16 more turns. 15 more turns. Until the noodles. Alrighty. We've got Exodius in our hand. Just waiting for the need to use it. Turn 75. Alright. Drawing Velmonica. Alright, sending it. End phase. Turn 77. drawing Tachyon Cloud Dragon, sending it to grave. Turn 78, 10 more turns. Just gotta figure out how they're winning. Because, as you know from this, we're going to lose this, for one reason or another. We're at 8 cards in deck, now 7, they're at 9, and now they are at 8. Turn 83 now. Draw. End phase, send. Draw phase. End phase, send. Draw phase. End phase, send. Draw phase. End phase, send. Turn 87. Draw phase. End phase, send. Turn 88. How do they win? Freaking Exodia. Imagine you're stalling, and you run straight into Exodia. The unstoppable force of Ra, the Winged Dragon of Ra, or the Ra Sphere mode, the immovable force. Who wins? Exodia. I lost my mind when this happened, going to be honest. Like, who expects that? You can't expect that. Like, Shining Sarcophagus? God deck? Blue Eyes? You're not thinking you're going to run into Exodia, but, well, then you do. Alright, into the wrap-up, I guess. Alright. I'm starting this up right after the deck profile, because I'm crazy like that. Anyways, what are my thoughts on this deck? Feelings about it? This is a pretty good deck. Pretty funny. I like watching my opponent continuously try to defeat me and fail. It's hilarious. That's about it. It's highly inconsistent, but it's funny. And I really like funny things. Like watching my opponent squirm. Don't take that out of context. Yeah.